NCAA women's basketball on ESPN Plus as Kennesaw State and Stetson Hatters open the ASUN Conference schedule here from the Kennesaw State Convocation Center. We welcome you in to the arena. Nathan McCurry and former Duke Blue Devil Becca Greenwell. And Becca, you don't care what happened in the preseason. It's conference time, and both these teams want to pick up an early win.
Absolutely. This is what you work for all season long to get to this point in the season. First game of the ASUN Conference. I'm excited to see these two teams. It's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, and they have a history, too, we'll talk about a little bit later. But first, our featured players. And for the Stetson Hatters, a transfer from Ole Miss, junior Denisha Banks.
Denisha Banks, the 5'10 junior, can flat out score. She's averaging 16.8 points per game. That's second in the ASUN Conference, and also 9 rebounds. She's a strong guard, versatile, can score in a variety of ways, and she's coming off a career-high 32 points. And their loss versus Holy Cross, KSU's really going to have to key in on her today. And for Kennesaw State, it's Amani Johnson. She's the floor general for the Lady Owls. Does a great job setting her teammates up for success, averaging 11 points per game on the season. And she's coming off a great game, 10 assists in their last win. And she is really playing her best basketball of the season and is a major part of Kennesaw's success.
Now, it looked like a series history. Stetson leads 26-5, but the last meeting was in the ASUN Conference Tournament last year where Kennesaw State and the number 7 seed shocked the number 2 seed Stetson 67-59. You know Stetson wants a little payback.
Oh, absolutely. I think Kennesaw surprised everyone upsetting the 2 seed last year. So I know Stetson's going to be ready for this one, and they're going to want some revenge today.
It will be Kennesaw State in their home white as you look at the keys to the game, brought to you by Becca Greenwell. What do you see?
For Stetson, they have to take care of the ball. They're averaging 19 turnovers per game. They really need to value every possession, shut down the paint. That's where Kennesaw makes a living. And for KSU, win the board battle.
The jump is Alexis Poole and Megan Vincent. It'll be the Owls with the first shot at it. Amani Johnson, Bree Hoover, Jillian Piccolino, Alexis Poole back in the lineup for the Owls is Carlotta Gianola picking up where she left off on Tuesday, where she had a 21-point outing offensively. Underneath baseline, and it's going to be a charge on Vincent.
And how about that start? Alexis Poole already making an impact. She was certainly missed last game, although they got the win. It's good to see her back out on the floor, and she's already making an impact early on.
Coach Baronato said without Alexis Poole, she thought a victory against Middle Georgia State University on Tuesday would bring the other girls around Alexis a little bit more confidence, as Gianola is going to be fouled. And I think it did. You saw Avram have a double-digit points. Of course, Carlotta Gianola with 21 points. Monty Johnson was more of a distributor with 11 assists. They had 25 assists and 35 made buckets against Middle Georgia State.
That's amazing. And I know Coach B was so excited about that win. They had production all over the stat sheet, a lot of career highs, a lot of season highs in that game. And so that's the perfect game you want heading into the first game of the ASUN Conference.
Gianola, 70% free throw shooter. Has all the points for the Owls as they jump out to a 4-0 lead. Pressure on the Hatters. Here is Banks. 2018-2019 ASUN newcomer of the year, transferred to Ole Miss. As you see the starting lineup for Stetson is Turner, Carter, Novak, Banks, and Vincent. Jemiah Turner looking for some help. Got it. Vincent, a little give and go, and a block going to be called on Poole. One thing that Alexis Poole has done is picked up early fouls.
Right, that's what I was about to say. She's really going to have to be careful in this game. Only 2 minutes in practically, and she already has a foul. She's really going to have to lock down and play solid defense.
Turner against Bree Hoover gets a good look at the basket, and the Hatters have their first 2 points of the afternoon.
Stetson starting off in the 2-3 zone. Like I said, they really need to try to shut down the paint today. That's where KSU, the majority of their point production comes from. But that's one way to break the zone, get the ball into the middle of the floor. And Gianola, that's where she likes it. She's great at that mid-range jump shot right at the elbow.
Inside to Vincent. Back out to Banks. Vincent, there's a mismatch. Good double down and a triple down defense, and you're going to get a travel on Vincent.
She had nowhere to go. That was great help side defense by KSU. Just trapped her down low on the block.
So Bree Hoover will bring the basketball up, and Coach Bernardo also talked about defining Amani Johnson's role either as the point or as the shooter. Are you going to distribute the ball or are you going to shoot the ball? She likes her in both those roles, as you see there, picks up the points.
Right, it looks like she can do both, and she certainly can. Like I said, 10 assists last game, also averaging 11 points per game. So when you have a point guard who can distribute the ball and score the ball, that is a huge help to your team.
Novak misses it. Piccolino will bring it up. Bree Hoover thinks about a three. There's Piccolino. She will send up the three, and the Hatters with the long rebound are running. Turner, up and in. The freshman, Jemiah Turner.
Strong take by Turner. She's an athletic guard.
Alexis Poole gets in the mix. Picks up her first 2 points. One thing that was impressive for the Owls against Middle Georgia is they shot 48%. Hoover. Amani Johnson's right there to clean it up and will get the bucket to drop, and a timeout by Lynn Brea and the Stetson Hatters. That is immediate timeout. 6:40 left here in the first quarter. The Owls 12, Stetson Hatters 4.
We are ASUN Built. We look forward.
Commit to progress.
Shine together.
Elevate student athletes to create a better world.
Blaze the fast. Challenge norms.
Enlighten and innovate. For no matter the height of our obstacles,
they will never block the sun.
We can. Be students first.
Rise.
Connect.
Impact.
Every day.
We are
ASUN Built.
Find your place. Find your community. Find your potential. Find your purpose. Find your passion. Find your wings at Kennesaw State University.
Here in West Volusia County, Florida, the opportunity to catch a crappie is paired with tranquility and unspoiled natural beauty. Minutes from Daytona Beach, our St. Johns River and associated lakes offer plenty of great fishing. But it's not just fishing that lures people here. After a day on the water, explore our scenic parks, historic sites and museums, or stroll our vibrant downtowns. While we're known as a fishing hotspot, visitors get hooked on West Volusia County long before they sink a line. Download our visitor's guide at visitwestvolusia.com.
There's Lynn Brea for Stetson Hatters, as her team is down by 8 points in her 12th season. Won 3 ASUN championships, all-time winning head coach, winningest, it's a funny word, head coach. Right now, 3 turnovers leading to 6 points for Kennesaw State. You mentioned the turnovers earlier in the broadcast, something that the Hatters have had problems with.
Yeah, they're averaging 19 turnovers per game. Like I said, it's really going to be important that they value the ball. KSU is a great defensive team. Stetson as well, but on the offensive end, they're going to have to value it. And that was a great shot by Novak from the 3, starting to get their offense going.
Here's Piccolino. And the same thing with the Owls. Can't turn the ball over. Unforced turnover on the miscommunication. Just like that, the Hatters looking to cut it. And Turner will direct things. 10 to shoot, bounce pass to Kolkloff. She'll drive in and will be fouled by Alexis Poole.
And that's 2 on Poole. Expect Coach B to get Alexis out, and it looks like Avram will come in for her.
Yep, Simi Avram, the transfer from Georgia Tech, graduate. As you see, coaching resume for Agnes Perinato in her 4th season for Kennesaw State. 10 seasons at Georgia Tech, and the Hall of Famer at Georgia Tech and Pitt for her coaching efforts there. And I think she's coaching Alexis Poole up right now about picking up early fouls and needing her in the game as the free throws made by Kolkloff.
This is going to be a tough outing with Alexis Poole on the bench. I expect her to possibly stay there the rest of the half. We'll see what Coach B decides to do, but great opportunity for Avram to make an impact.
And Avram had double-digit points against Middle Georgia State University. She can be a significant presence in the post. Here's Hoover. Ten on the shot clock. Uses the screen. She'll go around the defenders and then give it off to Piccolino, who pops. And a whistle on the ground, and it looks like it's going to be on Banks. So Banks picks up her 2nd. 0-0 here on the bump, using her body.
I think she got her elbow out a little bit. At least that's what the referee saw.
So it's got to be frustrating for a coach. You get a defensive stop, and then a foul gives Kennesaw State an opportunity to extend their lead. 3-ball, Piccolino. Here's Turner. Dishes off to Carter. Pull up is good.
Smooth jumper right there by Kolkloff.
2-point game here. Owls off to an early start or early lead, and you're going to get a travel by Avram, trying to back down the defender.
And Stetson, one of the better defensive teams in the nation, and certainly the ASUN Conference. Every possession is really going to matter for KSU. Stetson, they're the #1 in the ASUN Conference for field goal defense, allowing opponents to only shoot 33%. KSU, on the other end, is one of the better field goal percentage shooting teams on offense, so it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams match up.
Yeah, Owls are first in the ASUN with the 43.6% field goal percentage. Piccolino dishes to Gianola. Big possession for the Owls here. It's a 6-0 run for Stetson, and that one in and out. Hatters can tie or take the lead. Turner off to Vincent, up and in. Tie game.
Nice pass. Great court vision by Turner.
So just like that, the lead neutralized. Johnson. And the battle for the loose ball. Hatter's going to pull it away. And you're going to get a whistle a long way away from the basket on Amani Johnson.
Coach B isn't going to like that. You never want to foul when you're that far away from the basket. Get back on defense, set it up, get in position, and go from there.
Owls had an early lead, 8-0 run over the last 3 minutes by Stetson, and it's been Kennesaw State just not be able to hit a field goal. As the teams huddle up. Take a look around the A-Sun right now. Liberty and NJIT. That's a close game. Liberty has played lights out. 42-38 North Florida. And North Alabama just underway, and Lipscomb FGCU at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll have the men's game for you here on ESPN Plus. Kennesaw State and the Stetson Hatters starting around 4:30. But right now, Kennesaw State trying to pick up a home win against the Hatters, who were, like we said, looking for some revenge against Kennesaw State.
And they're doing a great job. They just went on a big run, tied up the ball game. I think it took them a little bit to get going, but now they're playing great basketball. Coach B is really going to have to lock down on defense and get a stop here.
So out of the timeout, again, Kennesaw State 0 for their last 4. Scoring drought over 3 minutes long. They're allowing Stetson to shoot just a 71% right now, 5 for 7 from the field. The Owls are 5 for 11, 45%, and some of those are, you know, inside of 12 feet. Just not dropping for Kennesaw State as Hatters will bring it up, looking for their first lead. Inside, there's Kolkloff. Sends it back to Janita Henry, new into the game. Here's Henry, finds a lane to drive in off to Vincent. Well, it's obvious they want to find Vincent down low.
Great connection. The court vision I've seen so far for Stetson is really impressive. They're doing a great job at finding Vincent down low, in her position is really helping out Stetson.
Gabby Legister in the game for Kennesaw State. First time we've seen her, freshman. That one no good, and you're going to get a travel on Stetson just before Hoover went in to try and steal the basketball. Janita Henry making a case as Alexis Poole will check in.
2 fouls. She's really going to have to be careful the rest of this half.
So I think they're clarifying the call. Yeah, traveling, not a foul on Henry. Regardless, Kennesaw State has a fresh 30 on their end. Here's Johnson. Poole through the double team. She'll shoot it. Johnson. Owls are ice cold. Two minutes here in this first quarter. Hoover gets it off the square.
Amongst the trees down low.
No doubt. Don't see Bree Hoover do that very often, but the Owls needed a point, needed a bucket, and she created it. Here's Curry. Now Vincent high. Carter's going to air it out and drain the 3 ball.
You have to get a hand in her face. Don't tempt her to shoot that. She's definitely capable of hitting it.
17-14. Inside the Pool. They double down on her. Piccolino, and before the basket was made.
Another foul on Alexis Poole there.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
And that's huge, her 3rd foul. It's going to be a big loss the rest of this half without Alexis Poole on the floor.
Here's Curry. Now Carter into the paint, slapped away. She's able to get it back and just throw it at the hoop, but Vincent's there. We've got the entire Owl team can't find a rebound, and the Hatters make them pay.
You have to box out. You can't just watch the ball go up. You have to put a body on someone, box out, secure the rebound.
Under a minute to play now, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Peyton Lewis into the game. Now 8 to shoot. Hoover going to try it again, and that is partially blocked. And going to stay with Kennesaw State. Stetson, the #1 team in the conference, averaging 5+ blocks per game. It looks like Alexis Poole is going to check in here for these final seconds of the first quarter. Legisher takes a seat. Got to shoot it, Hoover. Hatters trying to extend the lead. Shot clock is off. Curry, Henry. Vincent's there, but Poole is able to get the rebound off the deflection. 5 to shoot. Hoover. Lewis. That one rattles in and out, and that's how the first quarter will end. The Kennesaw State Owls had a hot start, but it was the Stetson Hatters who started rolling and on a 15-2 run now have a lead 19-14 after one quarter complete. Second quarter, we return here on ESPN+. Back here at the Kennesaw State Convocation Center, one quarter complete. The Stetson Hatters 19-14 Mentioned earlier, the Owls jumped out to an early start, but cold shooting, they're 0 for 7 from beyond the arc, whereas they're allowing Stetson to shoot 61.5%.
And Stetson's just doing what they do best, and that's playing defense. They're doing a great job limiting KSU's shots from the inside, forcing KSU to shoot three-pointers, and so far none are falling.
12 points in the paint, and Megan Vincent has been a big part of that. 4 points for her, as there's a drive-in high off the glass, ripped down by the Hatters. Up and in, Curry.
And it's second chance points that's fueling Stetson's offense right now. They have 10 rebounds so far, 3 offensive rebounds. KSU really needs to box out.
Lexi Mann gets hit to the deck as they were trying to steal at Henry. Here's Imani Johnson driving in and will be fouled in one. Imani Johnson, just a sophomore. Well, she just really has great leadership presence on the floor.
And that's the spark they need from your leader, your captain. She may only be a sophomore, but she's the leader of this team, and it's plays like that that's going to get them back in this game and get them going.
Can't get the free throw to go. The Owls do get a rebound, and Gianola can't get the point. You're going to carry there. On Tanisha Curry, as Jemiah Turner going to check in. And the Owls winbound. You know, our featured player was Denisha Banks, and you put a bullseye on her back if you're the Kennesaw State coaching staff when you're scouting this team. And right now, Banks, 5 minutes on the floor, no points, not even a shot.
And it's other players that have stepped up so far for Stetson, especially their bigs. I think Vincent has done a great job getting easy shots down low.
Gianola the turnaround. Can't get it to go. The Owls' field goal percentage continues to dwindle down. 7 for 20 now. Clough as the ball's on the floor. And jump ball, possession error to Kennesaw State. That kind of just bounced around the hands of Novak. She went to the ground to try and protect it, and Bree Hoover was right there. Gotta love the aggressiveness when you have a 50-50 ball for your team to jump in there and get a hand on it.
Those are the plays that are the differentials in the game. Hustle plays, getting loose balls, boxing out, getting rebounds. Little plays like that add up.
Hoover, and you're going to get an offensive foul on Lexi Mann.
KSU just can't catch a break right now.
Bringing it up is Turner. Here's Henry inside to Kolkloff. She'll work against Gianola. Gets around the defense, and she'll be fouled by Gianola.
Foul committed by Kennesaw State's number 13, Caravana Gianola, her first team second.
Strong take by Kolkloff.
At the line, number 24, Kolkloff.
Yeah, Kolkloff was one of those players last year that really stepped up for Stetson. Free throw hits everything but the net. And Alexis Poole going to check in. And you're going to time out by Agnes Baronato. So we'll take a media timeout here under 8 minutes. 21-16. Kennesaw State trails the Hatters.
What does it take to make 35 years? At Copeland's, it starts in the kitchen with fresh, made-from-scratch New Orleans classics, prepared with love and without compromise. We know you come to Copeland's for something good, and that's a legacy we're proud of. Come in today and let's celebrate 35 years. Copeland's, where there's always something good.
At Domino's, we're more than just pizza for $5.99. We're $5.99 bread twists, $5.99 sandwiches, $5.99 pastas, $5.99 chicken, and yes, $5.99 pizza too. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Hi, this is Drew Tutton. This is the best time ever to own a brand new Jeep. It's Jeep Adventure Day. Ed Voles is North Georgia's #1 Wrangler dealer with over 600 Jeeps to choose from. Right now, you can own a new Renegade for as little as $15,977 or a brand new 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee for $26,877. But if that's not enough, how about no payments for 90 days on 2019 Compass, Cherokee, and Grand Cherokee? Only at Ed Voles Jeep. Cobb Parkway, Marietta.
At Tax Tag and Title. With Domino's new delivery insurance, if your delivery isn't what you expected, we'll make it right. It could be a missing dipping sauce or a wrong topping. We want to make up for that mistake. Gosh, thank you. Get 2 medium, 2-topping pizzas delivered for $5.99 each and put our delivery insurance to the test.
Are you feeling sacked by your natural gas company? It's time to become a fan of your gas plan. More Georgians choose Georgia Natural Gas for their gas company, and it's easy to see why. G&G is local, reliable, and has been serving Georgia for over 20 years with great rates you can count on. With 18 plans to choose from, G&G has one that's just right for you. Team up with G&G and put your winter game plan in motion. Call or visit gng.com today and get an extra $120 in savings.
At Fifth Third Bank, we're working hard to make banking a Fifth Third better because we understand mistakes happen.
Like to return this, please?
Oh, no returns.
It's gonna cost me $43.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
At Fifth Third Bank, we've got your back, which is why we give you extra time to avoid an overdraft.
Extra time. That is better.
You still have to pay for this one.
I don't want to.
Fifth Third gives you extra time to avoid overdraft fees. This is banking. A Fifth Third better.
Stetson Hatters lead Kennesaw State here on the road 21-16. As not much changed since the first quarter, just 2 points for each of these teams, but you just kind of feel like Stetson is in control of this one.
Definitely. They certainly have the momentum right now. KSU just hasn't been able to hit a basket. They have their shots are not falling. They're only shooting 35%, 7 for 20, where Stetson is shooting 60% from field goal right now.
And rebounds, again, off the free throw. That should be a gimme rebound for the Owls. They just couldn't come up with it.
Stetson is just doing a great job pursuing the basketball. Like I said, KSU has to box out.
Almost stolen by Lewis. Henry will drop in a 3-ball. The senior from Brent, Alabama. 24-16. Hard inside, Gianola. Now Poole has it slapped away, and it will stay with Kennesaw State. Checking in is Vincent. As Janita Henry, who checks out, this is her 3-ball with a hand in her face. Is able to bury it. Owls will inbound, and that's going to be deflected out of bounds. Owls will keep it. Bree Hoover. She'll shoot the 3. 0 for 8 are the Owls from beyond the arc. And another scoring drought for them, and you're going to get a travel.
KSU needs to find a way to get the ball inside. The way to break down playing a 2-3 zone is to try to get the ball at the elbow area. They're doing a great job shutting down the paint, but if they can get some open shots in that mid-range elbow area, I think they'll be able to I think that'll open up some offense for KSU.
There is Poole at the elbow. Now Carlotta. Little hook shot doesn't go, and it looked like the Hatters switch from a zone to a man-to-man on that drive, and you're going to say a travel by Kolkloff to give it back to Kennesaw State. So not very clean basketball on either side right now, as Kendall Lentz will check in, the sophomore from Garland, Texas, for Kolkloff. It looks like Gabby Legister is going to come back in for Carlotta Gianola. Legister may be that presence in the post that Coach Baronato is bringing in.
Legister brings energy out there, and that's what KSU needs right now.
Johnson. She kind of throws it towards the basket, and it's going to be deflected. She thinks she got fouled by the Hatters, so it'll be Owls' ball here. Everything Kennesaw State is trying to do is being contested by the Hatters. And that ball gets away from Poole. Here comes Turner. Piccolino's on her, and a late whistle as Piccolino will pick up the foul and send Turner to the free throw line.
Just a strong take to the basket. We'll get herself to the free throw line. There's been a lot of fouls in this game so far.
Turner just 3 for 9 on the season coming into this one from the free throw line. Trying to make it a 10-point game here, and does. Baronato still trying to find that recipe. She's making substitution after substitution as Gianola checks back in.
Gianola could be the missing piece as well. She's coming off a strong game against Middle Georgia. She hasn't gone off to a hot start yet, but she's capable.
Yeah, a lot of those shots were that mid-range, maybe a step in for where she just was, and took that shot. But 0 for their last 7 is Kennesaw State from the field. Vincent kicks it out Novak. And sometimes, sometimes buckets just aren't falling, so what do?
That's when you have to step up in other ways. And I think what's most important right now would be rebounding. If you're not going to be able to hit some shots, find ways to be effective, whether that's on rebounding, defense. The shots will fall.
Yeah.
It'll just take time. Get yourself to the basket. You can always be aggressive.
Kokolov checks in for Novak. It'll be the Owls' possession. 10 seconds to shoot. 5:13 left here in this half. Owls still with just 2 points here in this second quarter. We're halfway through. Gotta shoot it, and big time defense. Carter, and she'll be fouled. Nothing going right for Kennesaw State right now.
Alexis Poole trying to fire up her team. Imani Johnson called with the foul. Not a lot going KSU's way so far.
Yeah, Carter will be at the free throw line. The freshman from Chattanooga, Tennessee. 69% free throw shooter. Owls 0 for their last 8. And I think fortunately, Stetson's had a little bit of a drought too, where this game could really get away from you.
Absolutely.
So 12-point lead now for the Hatters. As Piccolino will check back in for Imani Johnson. You got 2 freshmen on the floor in Piccolino and Legister. And it looks like man defense by the Hatters. Piccolino. Now Gianola. Vincent's all over her. 5 to shoot. Poole. In and out. And you're going to get a clear out, I believe, on Gianola.
KSU now 0 for 9 of their 0 for their last 9 field goals.
Gianola's picked up her second and puts Stetson in the bonus with 4:32 left here in the second quarter. Coach Baronato having a long conversation with her team.
At the line, shooting 2 for the Hatters, number 35, Lentz.
Agnes, of course, battled cancer last year in a very open forum. Talked about how important it was to go into conference play with a winning record. They picked up the win against Middle Georgia State, 6-5, the first time they've had a winning record going into conference play.
Their best start since the 2014-2015 season.
Gianola, again, high percentage basketball, and a whistle on the floor against the Hatters. You're gonna go 0 for your last 10, but you got an opportunity to inbound it here and get some points. Just the second team foul on Stetson as Amani Johnson checks in for Gianola. So you got shooters on the floor. Owls desperate for a basket. Legister.
Still can't catch the break.
And does it get in your head? Do the players know right now? Do they feel it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can feel it over here. You know they can feel it over there. And Coach B just had a nice long talk to him. But that's exactly what you have to do to turn it around.
Yep, big charge called on Lentz, Kendall Lentz. That was a massive collision between her and Poole.
Alexis Poole with the perfect position for the charge. And a play like that can really put the momentum in your hands.
See if the Owls are able to capitalize on that momentum. Here's Johnson. Stetson really locking down the inside. Poole back out to Hoover. Little fadeaway, gonna drop. Good hand by the crowd. Now a 3-ball. Lentz just took back that momentum.
And that's a dagger.
Hoover directing things. Piccolino inside to Poole.
Stetson doubling Poole inside, making it nearly impossible to get a look at the basket.
I think they've called 3 seconds again on Kennesaw State. Yeah, that defense is really setting up a nice wall down low, and the Owls can't do anything with it.
KSU is going to have to find other ways to score besides the low block. Anytime a post player touches the ball down low, Stetson sending 2 players at them.
Lexi Mann checks in, and Simi Avram also checks in. Under 3 minutes to play here in this first half. Owls trail by 14. And that ball goes off the hands of Henry. See if they use Avram in the post. Nope, they're going to check her out and get Poole back in the game.
And if you can't get it done in the post, that's a good opportunity to kick back out and find your shooters on the wing. The defense collapses, shooters are going to be open.
Yeah, you got to make them, though. And I think we've seen some good shots, just ice cold. Poole trying to force it and does, and one. That's another momentum type play.
Alexis Poole forcing her way down low. It doesn't matter, she has 2, 3 people on her. She finds a way to get it done. Strong take.
Poole 78% free throw shooter. Avram checks back in as well as Gianola. Makes it look easy.
Alexis Poole providing the spark KSU needs. And Kennesaw will extend their pressure to full court. Line up in a 1-2-2 press. 2-2-1, that is.
Hatters trying to break it. Colclough going to get through Piccolino. And a travel. Novak. Henry's going to check back in for Stetson before the play's allowed to proceed, and Novak will take a seat. Owls 2 of their last 14 shots, but maybe building some momentum here. Approaching 2 minutes inside, and the foul going to be on Colclough. Nope, they're going to get Megan Vincent, actually. So Owls will now be shooting with Avram checking in.
This is a great position for the Owls. This is how you chip your way at this deficit, get yourself back in the game, is at the free throw line, and the Owls are a very great free throw shooting team.
Yeah, they are number 2 in the conference at 78%. An area Gianola's massively improved on. She's now 3 for 3. I knew I shouldn't have said it.
Broadcaster's curse.
I know. That's going to go to the Hatters out of bounds. Oh, they're going to wait. So they're going to give it to Kennesaw State? No, they're going to the Hatters. Colclough will do the inbounds. Getting pressure by the Owls. Turner. Little fadeaway shot is good.
Pretty shot by Turner.
Back to 12. Gianola. Top of the circle, no good. Carter stops, pops, and gets it to drop.
Making it look easy, and no one picked up Carter. You have to get back in transition, find the ball, stop ball. You can't let her have a wide open shot in the middle of the paint.
Gianola finally gets one of those mid-range to drop. She was just 2 for 10 until that make. Carter, now Henry. Long rebound.
Another offensive rebound.
And it looks like you're going to get Hoover. Yeah, 22 rebounds for Stetson. That's a plus 10 for them.
That's really been the game changer.
That Hatters shooting 62%, with Kennesaw State shooting 29%. Carter.
Carter has really been a great player for Stetson so far this season. She was the ASUN Freshman Player of the Week last week after her game. She had 7 points and 3 rebounds in their last time out.
Leads her team here with 13, now 14 points. As it's back to a 14-point lead. Loose ball. And whistle against the Hatters. Henry will pick up her second.
At the line shooting 2, number 30, Jillian Piccolino.
Piccolino's first opportunity from the free throw line. 72% free throw shooter. She's 0 for 3 from the floor.
And free throws are a perfect way to build that confidence back up. Once you see the ball goes in, that's going to help. And hopefully we'll start to see some of her shots start to fall in this second half.
Makes both. Kate Head will check in, the Aussie from Brisbane, Australia. About 1 second separates the play clock and shot clock. Turner will drain it. See if she makes a root move around 8 seconds. Here she goes. Inside off the hands of Vincent. No, make that off the hands of Lentz. So the Owls have 6 seconds to play with here.
This would be a great way to go into the second half. We'll see what they can do.
All right, Hoover's going to bring it up. She's a 3-ball shooter. Pulls up mid-range. Not going to get it to drop as the buzzer sounds. And the Hatters will take a 12-point lead into halftime, 38-26. As ice-cold shooting for the Owls to end the half. 38-26, halftime stats and highlights when we return.
We hope you enjoyed your holiday break. We're ready for competition to begin, and what better way to get back in the basketball swing than an intense game of Owl. You down, Bree Hoover?
I am.
All right, you can go first.
Okay. I can start from anywhere, right?
Anywhere you want. So, how was your winter break?
It was good. So I got to go home for a week. I'm from Pittsburgh, so I got to stay up there, and I spent a lot of time with my family. I don't get to see them much, so that's really all I did. I don't keep in touch with many people from home anymore since all my good friends are down here, but I spent a lot of time with my dad.
When you were home, what was your favorite home-cooked dish?
My mom makes meatloaf. I would say that's my favorite. Always is when I go home. I wouldn't consider this a home-cooked dish, but she makes buffalo chicken dip also, and it's so good.
Oh, I have an O against Imani Johnson, an O against Tyler Hooker. I don't have anything on you, but I got an O on Tyler with a hook shot. Let's see if I can do it again. Little birdie told me back in high school you won a national three-point shooting contest.
I did.
What's key to winning a three-point shooting contest? I know that's like a lot of pressure because there's a clock and you see all these shots. Like, what goes through your mind?
So it's mental. I mean, I don't really think about it when I shoot. You're throwing shots up, but it's like you can't think about it because then you're going to airball, you're going to miss. So it's just a mental thing. All you have to do is not think about it and they go in.
Hey, I'm not going to think about it at all.
Good.
I'm not going to think about it. Thought about it. That's why I missed it. I thought about it. Otherwise, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay, OW, what's your favorite spot on the court to shoot?
I like shooting threes from both wings or the corners. Top of the key is not really my game. I mean, it is. I can really shoot from up there. But wings.
Apparently, it's not my game either. Lots of fun playing with you. Thanks for joining us. Best of luck as ASUN play starts.
Thank you.
Back here at halftime as the Stetson Hatters have a 38-26 lead as we take a look at the first half statistics. And always glaring is when you have a difference in field goal percentage, 61.9% to the Owls, 28.6. You can't have those 0 for 8, 0 for 10 streaks like the Owls have had in both quarters now.
Absolutely. You couldn't have asked for a better shooting first half by Stetson, 61%. Kennesaw State looking to change that around heading into the second half.
And a plus 10 in rebounds and second chance points are in favor of the Hatters as we will take a look at the highlights here from that first half. And it was the Hatters who got behind, and all of a sudden they came out of a timeout and the Owls couldn't hit anything.
They really looked like a completely different team after that first time out, and KSU has just struggled to get the ball in the basket in that first half. Stetson, not at all. They have been nailing every shot. They have done a great job with their interior passing inside, feeding their bigs, and also getting it done from behind the arc as well, scoring in a variety of different ways. And it's been the plays of Amani Johnson that is trying, and Alexis Poole as well, trying to get this team back into the game.
Yeah, Poole has 7 points to lead the Owls. Amani Johnson with 6. Leading scorer for the Hatters is Carter, a little bit surprising, 4 for 6 from the field. She's hit 2 three-pointers as well. So more from the Kennesaw State Convocation Center. We return. Second half coming up. Just ahead of the second half, Hatters with a 12-point lead over Kennesaw State. The Owls look to rebound when we return. Marching Owls getting into it, trying to rally their team as halftime is concluding. As we take a look around the A-Sun, as conference is opening. It's opening day for many of these teams. Liberty has defeated NJIT 67-53. They now improve to 11-6. No, I'm sorry. They now improve to 8-6 on the season, 1-0 in the conference. NJIT drops to 3-11 and 0-1 in the conference. And North Florida and North Alabama, 22-18. That's in the third quarter. That's a very low score for the third quarter. Speaking of low scores, Kennesaw State averages 69.8 points per game, which means they got to score about 17.5 points per quarter. They only scored 14 points in the first half, 12 in the 14 points in the first quarter, 12 in the second quarter. They've got to improve their shooting.
Absolutely, and you have to credit Stetson defense. They've done such a good job not allowing KSU to get points inside, and that's what KSU does best. They've had some good looks from the outside. Right. They just haven't been able to fall.
And 12 turnovers for the Hatters, only equaling 14 points for Kennesaw State. Now that's a lot. That's a big number, 14. But the opportunities are there for the Owls in that arena as well. They just haven't capitalized. As we'll revisit your keys to the game, we'll see how you think the teams are doing.
Well, winning the board battle has not happened just yet. It looks like there's a 22-12 KSU, so it's really been Stetson that's been winning the board battle. KSU pushed the pace at the beginning of the game, but Stetson just fought back and started taking control of the pace as well. And then Stetson, I think they've done a great job taking care of the ball, and they've done an excellent job shutting down the paint. That's definitely been a huge key to their success so far today.
Without question. And we'll see what Coach Agnes Baronato and her Kennesaw State Owls adjust here in the second half. Because what Stetson made that adjustment there early in the first quarter, And it just seemed like they were more active with their hands, with their feet, physical against Kennesaw State.
Absolutely. I think that what makes their defense so great is their energy on defense. Their hands are active. They're down low. They're into it. That's exactly what you need when you're playing defense.
Denisha Banks, who was our featured player, scored 32 points against Holy Cross. Hasn't even shot the ball. She's only played 5 minutes. They haven't needed her as Vincent starts the game and needs some help. She'll get it. Turner, and a whistle against Stetson. I believe that's going to go against Carter.
I think they called it over the back call on Carter.
So Carter picks up the early foul, and that is her first, team's first. So here comes the Owls, and if you're Kennesaw State, you want a bucket right here.
Absolutely, they need to execute.
Johnson works it around to Piccolino. Inside, Gianola turnaround. No good. Oh boy, Alexis Poole goes right in the legs of Turner. And the Owls will get the basket, but both Alexis Poole and Turner are
looks like
struggling.
She's grabbing her left ankle. She's been hurt the past few games, so you hate to see her grabbing at her ankle.
Now watch the rebound right there into Turner. Amani Johnson has an open look. Unfortunately, because the bodies were tied up on the floor, she makes the basket.
She'll run it off. They'll keep her in the game for now.
Gutsy by Alexis Poole to stay in. She knows her team needs her, but Kennesaw State with such a shallow bench. And another foul on Stetson. That one's going to be against Vincent. That's her third. Vincent was very important to the Stetson's offense early on. She may have to take a seat. Johnson looks inside to Gianola. Piccolino three.
Perfect execution. Gianola double down low, finds her shooter on the outside, and Piccolino nails it.
Just like that, the Owls have back-to-back shots and cut this lead to 7. And there's Vincent. Nice piece on Bree Hoover during the break. Nolan Alexander playing basketball with her as Monty Johnson now makes a shot. I don't know what magical dust was sprinkled on the Owls' hands during halftime, but they all of a sudden are 3 for 3 from the field.
They're looking like a new team.
Yep. Stepping in is Novak. Long rebound, and put back is Carter. Battle for it. Poole pulls it down.
Hoover doing a great job slowing down her team, getting them set up.
Poole shaking her head no. Kind of like a baseball pitcher shaking off a call as Gianola wanted it down low. And it's going to go off of the Hatters, staying with Kennesaw State. Checking in for Turner is going to be Carter. Inbound Poole. They're still going to try and double team her. She works around it.
Over 2 players with a hand in her face.
Showing no signs of the injury that hobbled her. Now that was right before the 10-second violation. Novak puts it up. And that's going to be blocked by Hoover, staying with Stetson.
Just a 5-point game now. KSU has battled their way back in this.
Well, you knew you wanted a quick start if you're the Owls offensively. Hatters helped them out with a couple of fouls. Spin move by Curry. Kicks it out. Vincent, offensive rebound. Third opportunity is not going to fall. Curry puts it back. Fourth opportunity, staying with Stetson.
You can never give up that many offensive rebounds in a possession. That's why Stetson's so successful today. Kennesaw has to box out. It is vital.
Banks. Inside to Vincent. Poole on the defense, and Vincent uses her size very well.
Stetson certainly has a size advantage on Kennesaw State, and they've done a great job capitalizing on it today.
Poole. Good close-off defense by Banks. Now Poole inside. Not going to be fouled. Gets it to Gianola, who's got some space. Can't work within it. Another loose ball. Good defense by the Hatters. Curry will reverse it. Banks through ball. Oh, and you're going to get Gianola on the clear out, and didn't need to.
She was attempting to box out. That's what you like to see, but the ref thought otherwise.
Inbound quickly to Kolkoff, and she puts it up and in. Kolkoff snuck past Poole there. Back to a 9-point game. Piccolino inside Gianola. Gianola having a hard time from the field.
Kennesaw will extend their pressure. Back into the 1-2-1-1 press.
Novak finds Kolkoff, back to Novak, and it's going to be stolen. Inside Poole. Great pass, finding Poole, moving towards the basket, and she puts it up and in. Curry working on Hoover. Novak, a wild shot. Kolkoff pulls in the rebound, and she'll be fouled. Piccolino looks like she's going to pick it up. The official, very demonstrative. She had her hands more horizontal than vertical. She picks up the foul. 44-37, foul shots when we come back.
Bank, we're working hard to make banking a Fifth Third better.
What does that mean?
Let's say these nachos are your bank. Pretty standard.
That's my bank.
But with Fifth Third Bank, we put 166.7% into everything we do. Your bank.
My old bank?
Banking a Fifth Third better.
That's way better.
This is banking a Fifth Third better.
When you have a plumbing emergency, you can't waste time or money.
I've done the research. You can trust Superior Plumbing.
Responding quickly and professionally, Superior Plumbing repairs, upgrades, and maintains all your plumbing systems.
We are committed to offering our customer honest, expert, and courteous plumbing service every time.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422-PLUM.
If you need medical treatment at the highest level and want care that's personal,
turn to WellStar. We offer the latest procedures at Georgia's first certified comprehensive cardiac center, a collaborative approach to fighting cancer that accelerates diagnosis and treatment, and a top-level stroke program performing life-saving operations every day. At WellStar, we care for the whole you. Visit wellstarhealth.org.
Loud Security is protecting the arts, local landmarks, businesses, and homes in our own community, serving Cobb County's many treasures. While we secure these prominent establishments, we'd like the opportunity to protect your home and business as well. Loud Security combines the convenience of today's technology with our trademark old-fashioned customer service to guarantee your peace of mind. We want to be your local security provider. Call us today and switch to Loud Security.
Call 678, get loud.
Back here at Kennesaw State's Convocation Center, Owls playing much better basketball here in the second half already with 11 points. They only scored 12 in the entire third quarter, but still trail.
Well, it's looking like the tale of two halves. Kennesaw looking like a completely different team. Like you said, I don't know what Coach B said to them at halftime, what type of fairy dust were sprinkled on them, but they're starting to play a lot better, and some shots are finally starting to fall.
Colclough will be at the free throw line. Sometimes it just comes down to making baskets. Kennesaw State shooting 5 for 9 here in the second, and Stetson having more opportunities, only made 3 baskets in 13 attempts. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, and now you're going to get a ball where you miss both free throws. Stetson's going to earn a second chance.
They just do such a great job at pursuing the basketball, whether it's rebounding or getting possessions back like this. This has been huge for them.
Curry on Hoover. Her own rebound put back. Piccolino finds Hoover. She'll shoot the 3 ball, but a whistle on the floor against Colclough. Oh no, you're going to get Banks actually. That's Banks' third. Gianola. Pull. Forced her way in and forced her way up, and the basketball goes in. Curry, hard pass to Henry. Now Henry thinks about a 3. She'll bounce it off of Bree Hoover's foot. They'll reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. But I think that goes to show how active Kennesaw State's defense here is in the second half. You get a kick ball, you've had a blocked shot, and a blocked inbound pass as well. Right, they've really picked up their energy levels, being active all over the floor, pursuing loose balls. Colclough just throws it up, and somehow, some way, with 4 Owls there, Curry gets the rebound. You're gonna go over the back. Should be an easy call.
I believe he said Green's ball. Green's ball.
A foul on Monty Johnson.
Yeah, Coach B is not happy with that, and I understand she's boxing out. Got her up in the air.
Yeah, Coach Baronato not pleased with the call. Inbound with Stetson. And hard to the basket, and you're going to get a whistle on Kennesaw State's pool, I believe, and it will be her third. And a call like that can be a momentum maker, can it?
That's a game changer. Stetson really picking it up. Their bench is yelling, screaming. That is a big momentum changer for sure.
Turner, 2 for 2 from the free throw line this afternoon.
Turner has been a big piece to Stetson's success today. 9 points so far on this game. Make it 10.
Yeah. Double digits for Turner. Johnson. You got to feel like Poole is your only opportunity right now to score if you're the Owls. They continue to feed her the basketball.
She's getting it done. 13 points so far today. Really bringing the energy for KSU. And she's being a force down low. It doesn't matter how many players are down there. She's trying to find a way to score.
Can't make the free throw. 13 points for Poole. She leads the team. Gets the back end, cuts it to 8. More pressure by the Owls. Curry. Good close off by Poole. Now Henry, and they're going to travel.
Great D by Hoover. Forces her baseline, cuts off the paint, forces the turnover. 8-point game, and Kennesaw really needs to execute on this next possession.
Hoover brings it up. Under 3 minutes here in the third. Back to Poole underneath. Foul on Colcliffe. Team's fifth, they'll be shooting. Yep. All right. Poole 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Seven-point game. You mentioned low energy. Is that the players' responsibility to bring someone on the team to bring up the energy, or is that the coaching staff that find a way?
Ultimately, it comes down to the players. The coaches can only do so much, but it's the little plays, the charges, the offensive rebounds. Yeah. Those are the types of plays that build energy. The and ones, and Alexis Poole has been that energy giver today.
Poole back to Gianola. And loose ball gonna be on Stetson. The whistle, that is. Coke off again.
It's been a physical game.
Yeah, Curry's name we didn't call very much in the first half. She's come in and she's kind of been the engine behind Stetson staying into this one, because the Owls have really dominated this third quarter.
Absolutely. Stetson has had multiple players step up big for them today. Denisha Banks has had a quiet game, but it's been the play of Turner, Curry that has really sparked Stetson's offense.
Saw Lynn Bria there. Both baskets made, and a ball almost thrown away. 6-point game, 2 possessions.
Great D by Hoover, staying with their man.
And turnover by Carter.
Great defensive possession by Kennesaw State. When you're active on D and you bring that energy, good things are going to happen.
Here's Bree Hoover. Been a big part of the defense here this game in the second half. Now ball tipped Poole. Go back out to Gianola. And Gianola, she's been popping from there. She drives off the dribble that time.
All the way to the rim.
4-point game. A travel by Carter. Back-to-back turnovers by Stetson. "17 turnovers now for the Hatters with a minute and a half left here in the third. If you're Kennesaw State, those are the opportunities you want to take advantage of. They're giving them to you. Johnson's got to regain the dribble. Piccolino, 3-ball. Well, that may have lifted the roof off this place.
Absolutely.
You're going to get another foul whistled on Kennesaw State this time.
KSU needs to get back.
Turner no good. Offensive rebound. They're going to go jump ball possession to Kennesaw State and Bree Hoover once again.
Bree Hoover has really been a big piece to KSU today. You know, she doesn't have a lot of points today, but it's been her energy and the small plays that have really been a game changer for this team.
Piccolino to Johnson. Again, good defense by the Hatters. They find Poole. Poole is on fire. 20 points for Alexis Poole. I was looking for the charge. Ball on the floor. Jump ball this time to the Hatters. Alexis Poole had 7 points at halftime. 13 points here in this third quarter. Lexi Mann and Kate Head going to be allowed to sub in, as well as Simi Avram.
Alexis Poole will take a much needed and much deserved break.
Yeah, no doubt. Remember playing with 3 fouls as well. Banks. Shot clock is off. 10 to shoot. She's watching it. Here's the drive. Partially blocked. Owls have it. Piccolino. Piccolino around the defender and she'll be fouled and goes hard into the chair of the cameraman there. Thought Darius wasn't in the chair when she went in.
What a way to close the quarter. Piccolino going full court. Fouled.
The move around the defender. Very impressive for the freshman. Piccolino, 72% free throw shooter, bounces that one in. Watch that move. Just a little changeover.
Quick crossover. Does a great job absorbing contact. Big free throws for the freshman.
50-50. Ball thrown towards the hoop. Doesn't matter. Kennesaw State has found a way to climb back into this one. Tie game here as the third quarter expires. Fourth quarter. When we return, Owls on an 8-0 run. Well, this one's going to be good as we start the fourth quarter. 50-50. Kennesaw State trailed at halftime. Doubles up their point totals there in the third quarter. Had 12 in the second quarter. Had 24 in the third quarter, holding Stetson to just 12. Just like you said, tale of two halves.
Absolutely. They're only shooting 28% in the first half. Second half, shooting 57%.
See if they can continue it here in the fourth quarter. It was Alexis Poole who really was lights out, 13 points in the third. Johnson. That's one thing Kennesaw State would like is spread some of the points around. Right now you've got Johnson with 10, Poole with 20, Gianola with 11, Hoover, who's been playing extremely well with just 2, Piccolino with 7. No bench points for the Owls. Henry, and the foul going to be on Johnson.
Yeah, the no bench points has really been a game changer. Stetson 18 points off the bench. Kennesaw State 0.
Jemiah Turner, rather, will be shooting. Turner, just a 33% free throw shooter coming in, was 4 for 4 until that miss.
Turner's really had a big game, only averaging 3 points on the season. So far 10 in this ball game.
Missed both her shots, still tied 50-50. Inside the Poole. Hoover, open look. It's a long three.
1 for 12
yep.
today on three-pointers for Kennesaw.
Hoover 0 for 3, 0 for 4 rather. Carter to Banks. It's a mismatch, Banks versus Hoover. And she'll take advantage of it. Hoover picks up the foul.
Banks has had a really quiet game. 0 points today so far.
She shot the ball like 34 times against Holy Cross. I mean, she was it. And no one else in double figures. Looking for her first point right here. Didn't get it. Just a 65% free throw shooter.
That can happen. You can have the best game of your life one game, the next game go out, be completely cold.
Does get her first point and puts Stetson back up by 1, 51-50. Johnson uses the screen, floater. 1 and done for the Owls. Here come the Hatters. Carter will be fouled by Gianola. Picking up her 4th foul.
That's her 4th. Team's 3rd. It's a media timeout.
Timeout on the floor. Stetson regains the lead, 51-50. 8:09 left here in this one. 2:49 left here in this contest, 51-50. As we take a look at upcoming schedules for the Hatters, they head home and face Lipscomb on January 6th, and then on the road to Jacksonville after playing FGCU. Kennesaw State will have a game here at home against North Florida. Take a look at their schedule shortly as Carter drives in. Can't get it to drop. Inside, we can see the adjustment they've made on Poole. They're getting defenders behind her. She's having to kick it out. Johnson wide open three. And Stetson's really challenging anyone on Kennesaw State besides Poole to make a shot.
As they should. Kennesaw just 1 for 13 from the three, 8% three-point shooting today.
And against Middle Georgia, they made 5 threes, shooting 27%. Turnaround, Kolkloff, and gonna get that to drop. So Stetson is the only one who scored here in this fourth quarter. They extend the lead by 3 points. Johnson thinks about it again. Now Gianola, and you're going to get a whistle on Banks. Nope, it's going to be on Vincent. And it looks like Kendall Lentz is going to check in for Vincent. As Vincent picked up her 4th foul. You got 2 Owls playing with 4 fouls, Amani Johnson and Gianola. Piccolino there, crashing the boards, will be fouled. That's what's been missing for the Owls. Of course, on a 3-ball, you think that the shot, the rebound, just generally comes out long.
Right.
Piccolino was right there in good position.
Yeah, plays like that, those are important. Those are going to be key down the stretch. In tight games like this, every possession matters.
Piccolino from the line today is 4 for 4. And Kate Head will check in for Johnson. Looking for the first points here in the fourth quarter for the Owls. Off iron. Owls try and press. Stetson turns it over. Hoover. Piccolino. Gonna drive in and float it up and in. Tie game.
With the left hand.
The freshman tying the game up. Banks almost losing the handle on it. Carter. 3 balls good. Back to a 3-point lead. That's a punch in the gut.
Absolutely. Stetson will go. Stay in the zone, which has given Kennesaw a lot of problems today.
Skip pass. Lynn Bree is stomping her feet, trying to get her defense's attention. Gianola with a turnaround. No look as the shot clock was winding down. Turner calling Banks to her. Now Carter. Carter. Lots of room, can't get it to fall. Here's Head. Poole. The entire defense collapses on Poole, leaving Piccolino open. A travel before the shot by Banks. Fist pump by Gianola. 56-55, 4:54 left in this one. We'll take a timeout as well. Come back for this one. It's getting good. Kennesaw State will have the inbound, trailing 56-55. Take a look at their upcoming schedule. Mentioned they are at home on Monday night. That'll be an ESPN Plus game. And then on the road at Lipscomb, up to New Jersey, and then down to Fort Myers, Florida. That's a long trip from New Jersey, down to Fort Myers on a 2-day span. So tough travels for Kennesaw State, looking to pick up a win on their home floor here. And reverse by Gianola, can't go, and the ball staying. No, I'm sorry, it's going to be Hatter's ball. Now they're changing the call. They may look at it. Nope, going to be Kennesaw State's possession. Hoover inside Gianola. Gianola finally gets one to drop. Paint points are nice, but you got to have some mid-range shots.
Absolutely, and that's what Gianola does best.
Owls take a lead, 57-56. First one in a long time. Didn't last long. Stetson right back in front. Piccolino, that's a dangerous pass. She's got some space, short-armed it. Novak, Curry to Banks. They'll work it to Lentz.
She's got a size advantage.
Yep, and then punched out of bounds by Gianola. Staying with Stetson here as Jemiah Turner will check back in and Curry will take a seat. Kokloff against Poole, and Poole disrupts the shot. It didn't look like it at halftime, but this game may come down as Piccolino's shot partially blocked. And Kokloff, they're gonna go jump ball to Stetson. This game may come down to free throws.
Absolutely. And Kennesaw, one of the better free throw shooting teams in the ASUN Conference.
Can't have turnovers, however.
Speaking of turnovers, Kennesaw has done an excellent job today taking care of the ball. Only 6 turnovers in this game.
I mean, that's a plus 11. Or well, minus 11 really if you're Stetson. And Banks will be fouled by Gianola, and I believe that's going to be her 5th. It will be. She is fouled out of this contest. That could be big. You mentioned that mid-range shots, what Gianola does. And
she brings a lot to this team. That's going to be a big miss.
So Simi Avram will check back in. Not a whole lot there.
Not a lot of contact.
Yep, enough to draw the whistle, however.
Avram will enter the game for Gianola.
Let's go, offense. It's time to get loud. Let's go.
So Banks 1 for 2 from the foul line today. 65% on the year. These are huge. Doinks it off the back iron. She shakes her head. What is it like to be? And you feel that these are so big. If you're Banks, got to make them.
You can feel the pressure. These are big shots. The key is to just not think about it. But it's hard not to, and she misses the second one.
Misses both off of Alexis Poole, however, though. So Hatters will keep it. Those are the kind of things that you don't really force the miss on the free throws, but you have the advantage because of the line to get the rebound. You got to box out and pull in that rebound. Banks gets free. And 1. Wow.
Wow. It's a huge play for Stetson.
Lynch checks in for Vincent. I mean, it looked like the entire Owl team and bench shocked at the call.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. I think Banks was kind of shocked too when she heard the whistle. But she'll have a chance to make it a 2-possession game.
She's missed another one. And the Owls almost turned that one over. Good on Hoover. Three-point game, 60-57. Owls have not shot the 3 ball well. Piccolino's going to drive in. Partially blocked. Stetson going to get fouled by Avram.
You said it, this game will come down to free throws. 2 big free throws on the line for Turner.
Turner 4 for 6 from the line today. And they're going to go I think they're looking at whether they're in the bonus or not, and they should be, or they are in the bonus. They're still going to shoot 2 here. Turner. Stetson now just 50% from the line, 12 for 24. That one in and out. Owls rebound. Still, that one can be big. Pushes it to a 4-point lead. Plenty of time for Kennesaw State. They're working around Piccolino, and should be fouled. She kind of comes up ginger.
Great job by Piccolino trying to take it off the dribble, get to the basket. The three-pointers aren't falling today. So nice little head fake and attacks the basket. This is what you need.
Piccolino 5 for 6 from the free throw line. They can pick up Lentz on her first. Team's third. They're going to sub in Vincent.
Substitution ahead. Number 23, Vincent.
Freshman on the line, showing great composure. Buries them both. 2-point game. Colclough able to receive the high pass from Banks. Here's Turner. Ten to shoot, 90 seconds to play. Carter throws it up, and they're going to get a foul. Looked like she was just trying to throw it towards the hoop.
Definitely got bailed out on the drive. She'll get a chance for 2.
And Hoover will pick up her third. What does the defender need to do there on the drive to prevent that foul?
Less contact.
Okay.
I think the reason that they called a foul is the body. You have to get off the body, stand straight up.
By the way, they have made a score correction. 61-60. Coach Bernardo was in the ear of the official before Piccolino's free throws that the score was incorrect. Now they've gone back to 61-59. 62-59 is what's on the scoreboard. That ball's kicked. And Hoover trying to save it. Should have let it just roll out of bounds. It was going to be off of Stetson.
Big play for Stetson.
Wow. And again, Coach Bernado's asking about the score. Colclough. Approaching 1 minute. Carter. Owls need to stop. They bounce it off of Vincent's foot. Go the Hatters. Now Piccolino drives in, throws it at the hoop, no whistle. Owls need a foul, and they'll foul Banks. Probably the best person to foul. She's 1 for 5.
Not the possession you want for Kennesaw State. I think they were a little rushed, forced a bad shot. They'll have to make a quick play now, only 34 seconds left.
And box out if there's a miss on the second shot.
Certainly, most important thing right now, boxing out, not allowing any offensive rebounds, securing the ball.
Banks floats that one in. 4-point game. That one rattles around, and the Hatters pull in the rebound. And you talked about their nose for the basketball.
That is a huge play by Stetson. That's the one thing you do not want to give up, an offensive rebound. That really changes things.
And the 5th foul, they're going to call the foul, I believe, on Johnson. That had been Piccolino. Yeah, it's Piccolino's 5th. So Piccolino's fouled out of the game.
Four-point game now. Stetson at the line. Kennesaw State has to box out and secure this board.
Turner's had a game. She's got 11 points, 5 for 8 from the free throw line. Big miss. Big make that time. And timeout by Coach Baronato. She's going to talk about it. Team down by 5 points with 28.5 left. We've seen crazy things happen. Do you feel like the Owls need to put up a 3 quickly? Is that the plan?
Based on the way that they have shot the 3 ball so far, I would say no. They're 1 for 16, 6% from behind the arc. They need to go to their strengths, and that's getting the ball inside. Best case scenario, they get fouled, get an and one, get 3 points that way, but they're going to have to get the ball inside to what works, which is what works best for them.
Reminder that the men's basketball game between Kennesaw State and Stetson follows this game on ESPN+. If it's anything like this one, it's going to be entertaining. There's the men's basketball team ready to go. Terrence Hill and myself will have the call on that broadcast. Peyton Lewis will do the inbound. She was checked in for Piccolino, who fouled out. Got to inbound it. Hard to Hoover. Johnson does shoot the 3 ball. Poole trying to get it, can't get it. Banks will have it, and the foul by Hoover.
It's a good look by Johnson for the 3. Just couldn't get it to fall. In these situations, offensive rebounding is extremely important too. You need all 5 players pursuing the basketball, trying to secure the board.
Substitution, number 23, Benson.
Benson checks in for Lentz. As Any point will ice this one. Kennesaw State very streaky, and it's going to end this game right now. No field goals in the last 4 minutes after playing such an impactful third quarter, scoring 24 points. They've only scored 9 here in the fourth. Final timeout by Coach Baronato. And I think if you're Kennesaw State, you're still trying to figure out who you are. You know you got Poole. She's your go-to when she's healthy. You got to find some other players in the low post. I think Piccolino's done all she can to drive the ball. Carlotta Gianola just didn't have a good game shooting, just 6 for 19. You're not a three-point shooting team, that's for certain.
That is certain. But they just need to play to their strengths, and so far it's been kind of streaky throughout this game for sure. But just streaky play by players. Carlotta Gianola had a great game last time, a little bit more quiet today. They just need to build on becoming more consistent.
Bree Hoover also a shooter, just 1 for 8, 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. You think 1 or 2 of those 3 balls land. Piccolino was also 1 for 7 from beyond the arc.
It would make a huge difference.
Yeah, a huge difference. You're 1 for 17 right now from beyond the arc. Tough way to ball against a team shooting 38% from beyond the arc. 5 for 13 are the Hatters. With the win, Stetson will improve to 7-7 on the year and 1-0, more importantly, in the conference. Lewis. Here is Johnson. And shot blocked. Turner will be fouled by Poole. And that'll be her 5th. No, I'm sorry, making her 4th. No timeouts left, so the Owls will have to go the length of the court.
At the line, shooting 2 for the Hatters, number 4, Turner.
Turner's been impressive. 12 points. Make it 13.
Yeah, I think she's had a very strong game. Did a great job playing point guard for Stetson today, as well as getting some points on the board.
13 points, 4 rebounds, couple assists. Now the Owls certainly have to put the ball up. Johnson. Now Poole will add to her total. And that'll be it. Stetson Hatters come on the road and will have a 6-point victory over the Owls. And I think streaky is the perfect definer for Kennesaw State today. Just couldn't find a way to string points together when they needed it.
Right, very hot and cold. Obviously got off to a tough start in the first half. Came out looking like a completely different team in the third quarter, and then down the stretch just couldn't find a rhythm.
Well, all games airing on ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been the presentation of ESPN. For analyst Becca Greenwell, I'm Nathan McCurry saying so long from Kennesaw, Georgia, where the final score is the Stetson Hatters 67, Kennesaw State 61. Stay tuned for Kennesaw State men against the Stetson Hatters.